guys. This one right here, we didn't got a Huncho, Hooks, Hooligan, Skinny, ENZO, and NASA Nova Night Riders. Got the Night Riders official music video, especially with a Huncho and Hooligan and Hooks, and you got a whole name right here, especially with the NASA Nova and everything else. Like you got a whole just tropical name right here and everything else, but just with the Night Riders, especially with the Night Riders, coming into the Night Riders and this main, Splishless coming into it, especially with the Splishes of a Night Riders, but you got the whole, the whole Spa Splish coming into this with everything else and everything else tuning in, and just with this one right here and the Night Riders.
Yeah, yeah.
60 gang, put
That's
in
us on
work,
my
put
new
in
Fendi.
work.
Turn me up, coach.
That driller,
Young AJ.
Nova,
Ayy, Hooks one, I'm a twisted one. Try ride like gang and I'm squeezing one. Ever sat in a car, no fear in your heart, backseat and I'm beaming one. Give me the strap and I'll air this cunt. No leg shot, bro, I'm trying to dead this cunt. My mum still ringing, I'm sorry mum, but I was outside trying to airlift cunts. And in your heart, backseat and I'm beaming one. Give me the strap and I'll air this cunt. No leg shot, bro, I'm trying to dead this cunt. My mum still ringing, I'm sorry mum, but I was outside trying to airlift cunts. And that's just me on my sober. I told my bro, leave the phones at home. All
Ooh, and that was just me and my sofa. Hey, that was just me and my sofa. Oof.
I need is a fucking drop.
Ooh, all I need, hey, and the whole thing, like they say, keep the cell phones, keep all that, especially all that, because that leads to a lot of. That's how a lot of these guys be getting, scooped up too. A lot of these guys they get scooped up because then you don't know, like, your phone is being tracked. Like your phone could be tracked. They could go back and trace the locations where you've been at last. Like it's crazy. It's crazy how technology is and everything else. But like they say, you got to keep it on a prostitute. Keep those things where they at. Like they say.
No fear in your heart, backseat and I'm beaming one. Give me the strap and I'll air this cunt. No leg shot, bro, I'm trying to dead this cunt. My mum still ringing, I'm sorry mum, but I was outside trying to airlift cunts. And that's just me on my sober. I told my bro, leave the phones at home. All I need is a fucking drop. All I need is a ride back home. Leather gloves, my belly and ammonia. How many times did I make it home? Leather gloves, my belly and ammonia. How many times did I make
on the
it?
news, but they still can't prove cause all of these drillings. 1 op, 2 op, 3 ops, all of these bodies got addicted to kill. If they're on war, we can take it there, but they won't make it through the night. Mum, hold tight, I'ma be back soon, and I promise they got nowhere to hide.
Aye, no love for a Gronk if he's aiming at me. They're not what they.
I'ma be back.
Hold on, that was hard. That was hard. The way he just clocked it and everything else. Like he said, I'm a menace. I'm a menace to be in the whole thing. Like, shoosh, you coming from that whole, bar ski and everything else. Like, hey, this one right here is, hey, this one you gotta really, break down those lyrics because, every one of them got their own kind of specialty, like to the main thing.
To kill. If they're on war, we can take it there, but they won't make it through the night. Mum, hold tight, I'ma be back soon, and I promise they got nowhere to hide.
Aye, no love for a Gronk if he's aiming at me. They're not what they're claiming to be. Still the same crew, but I don't jump teams for a double, and I'm not KD. No way. Proper 60 Southwest 25 that I'm charging. 6'7" driller, and I can't forget that fucking 46 sergeant. Aye, trust me, I see what they're built for. Better the money I'll kill for. Let that spill for, reckless drill for, belly up and did a 2-4.
We ride and shoot, they get it confused. How many times I got put on the news? We really outside, got too much.
For belly up and did a 2-4.
We ride and shoot, they get it confused. How many times I got put on the news? We really outside, got too much pride. Me and Hef's first one to slide.
Ooh, we really outside. We ain't really doing too much pride. Hey, we ain't doing too much of that pride. Hey, we ain't doing too much of that pride. Hey, they don't really gotta show them. They ain't really gotta show, a point, show improvement. Like they doing what they really doing, like, and everything else. We was really out here doing those bootings, those shootings, and everything else. And everything else is just circling lens, like they say. You got the whole thing. You don't really have to prove a point to no one, cause it's like at the end of the consumers, they're gonna see what's the point is. Like they gonna see what these different levels is, these different counter boys is, these different all type of stacks or areas.
squad, always down to glide. Arcs around me, bigs outside. Can't wait, see my ops on site. My ops, they know they ain't safe at night. Pussy. My slide in the morning, no breakfast in bed, no apple pie. Fill these shells until it's tight. They said it again and I done them twice. Would've thought I had infrared, don't worry, I sprayed
and
them
I'm ready
up
for
that
war.
night.
The ops in the house and I'm breaking the door cause I'm looking for more. All of that talk, they should work for the law. I'm not an artist, but the pistol I draw. If I get the drop, then the cunt's getting got. I'll do it smart, I will never get caught. 60 to death for my bros off the plot. 60 to death for my bros off the pot. Send him like F's, swinging my blade like a chef. Aiming at you and your friends. Brother, who's next? On the gram, they flex. In real life, they're pests.
One day, 2 hitters, 3 shanks, and I'm looking for 5 of these dogs. 6 in the clip, 1 for each of these broncs. Got a spare bullet just cause I'm on job. 9 or 5, like fuck that, send me the dust. I put him in dirt, feeling like LD, cuz let's lurk. Someone should have told him. 9 or
Who feeling like LD? Feeling like LD? I put him in a skirt. Hey, I put him in a skirt. Like, oh, hey, you know, put him in the dirt and everything else, you know. Like, hey, it gets real tricky. It gets real elevation. Like the way they circulation. Like, hey, you know, this is what we actually need right here. We need this circulation of every catonic thing and everything, cause you know these guys are just circulating. Like he said, you know, LD feel like LD. I was putting him in the hearse, like put him in the dirt and everything else. Like, ooh, it gets really flameless.
5, like fuck that, send me the dust. I put him in dirt, feeling like LD, cuz let's lurk. Someone should have told him to stay in the church.
He was drilling on net till he got chef, now we don't make noise no more. I put that boy on my sword, I went back home saying joy to the Lord. And yeah, 6 side, we ride for the cause, don't play no games, get points to the board, of course. No one can tell us about war, cause we be the ones applying the force. This must be said, yeah, I'd love to make an off guy dead. Got that tree in my palm and I'll keep swinging my arm till it comes back red. For the gang I've rode and bled, how many ops got filled with lead? There's no point of wearing a vest, cause Junes and Fred got done in their head.
Hey, this one right here was sketchy. Hey, but hey, come on, and the whole thing and everything else, but especially with this one right here and everything else, but hey, this one was a dangerous one right here with everything else coming into it. And the main thing, like how you seeing and everything else, you had the main group rules, but you know, I ain't really gonna do too much and everything else with this one, but you got the night riders, like they say, you know, hey, we some night riders and everything else with the whole thing coming into it, but especially with this one right here, A Huncho and Hooks and mainly all the guys, you know, every opportunity, but just with this one coming into right here and everything else, but most definitely check this one out. Like, comment, subscribe. And you know, with this whole thing right here and just with this,